there, Capricorn, it's Viv. Welcome to your week ahead reading for the 23rd to the 29th of July 2018. I'm using the modern spellcasters like I did last week, and it's the 8 card spread. So one card which is the overall energy for the week, and then one card for each day of the week, Monday through Sunday. I'm also reading the card that's at the bottom of the deck. I've done that for the other zodiac signs, and this is the 5 of Wands, which I'll get to as we go through. The overall energy for the week that you have is the 6 of Swords, and this is it feels like travelling through or getting through something that's been a bit of a trial, a bit of a difficult situation. You could be taking on more responsibility than is your fair share. It could be something emotional that has been weighing heavy on your mind that you are traversing through. I wouldn't say it's a getting over as yet or being resolved. Although the potential's there, though. The potential's there, but it's like it's a getting through something that's been difficult, something that's been tricky, and possibly painful. We've got the swords here, so it's possibly been weighing on your mind, and it's been painful. What I'm drawn to actually when I look at this, because this is like the guy's holding like a wand here. Obviously it's to steer the boat, but this is an action taking card, so it feels like there's a bit of a combo going on. The swords are to do with the mental realm, and the wands are to do with action. So this is taking action according to your thoughts to get through this situation. So that's the card that sort of binds all of the other cards in the reading together. As we kick off the week, we've got the Page of Wands here, and this feels like you're listening to your wisdom. You're listening to what's true for you. You're allowing yourself to be guided to get through this. You're allowing yourself to listen to your wisdom, to be guided by your wisdom, to take the action necessary. Page of Wands, the action card. But this is, whatever's occurring to you, whatever's coming up, it's sort of like music to your ears. That's what I see when I look at this card. And it's good news. It's good news. There's this is helpful to you. Whatever's occurring to you is helping you. This getting over, getting through is kind of like is steady progress, though. So the action that you're taking, the guidance and wisdom that you're following, is helping you to take very steady steps. So the accomplishment of this journey happens at quite a steady pace, which I think it needs to. There's the potential here, because the devil's showing up here, so the devil's influence could mean that this is you could see the extremes of this card, and the extreme of this card is almost acting without thought, just being the absolute opposite of grounded and practical, and being sort of thoughtless, almost reckless, is the opposite energy. But your wisdom showing up here, having an influence on the action that you take, I think is helping you to make this steady progress. And somebody is determined to do the right thing here. Somebody is determined to show up and behave well, behave with honour, with courage. Just saw 444 go past there. looking at the timer. So, you know, this is a blessing in this situation. Somebody doing the right thing, saying the right thing, you know, communicating in the right way, communicating thoughtfully, communicating with respect. This is, you know, it's helping this transition. It does weigh heavy though, and there is the influence of the devil, and there is also the influence of the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands has shown up a couple of times, so when I see this is coming at the bottom of the deck, you know, that it could represent internal conflict, so, you know, arguments with yourself, sort of to-ing and fro-ing, you know, about what is the right thing to do. But this could be the influence of somebody else who's kind of playing games, who's I want to say playing devil's advocate, and yet they're not playing devil's advocate. You know, this is Saturday's energy, or the weekend's energy, but it is kind of you know, it's coming at the top of the read, and so it is having an effect on the other cards. Yeah, there's whatever's going on here. It's been an issue. It feels like you've been carrying this for a long time, and you know, it's it needs to end. I feel it's you know, the transition is getting to the end of this difficult period, this challenging period, so that you can put this burden down, you know. But I'm tempted to say, you know, showing up and doing the right thing and behaving in the right way, saying the right things, being the bigger person, you know, that should never feel like a burden. You know, doing that, the person doing that can feel really happy and satisfied with themselves. But I think, you know, the reason why this transition is so difficult is somebody's being really stubborn. Somebody's holding on and defending their position, and you know, the situation is limited by the influence of this card, by the influence of this person's energy. So, you know, it's tricky when you've got like a stick in the mud. You know, it's tricky when you've got somebody who's it's not like the Nine of Wands or anything, with somebody who's like really being defensive, almost to the point of being paranoid, you know, and imagining enemies or monsters or ghosts or whatever around every corner. This is someone who is somebody who feels insecure, and they've you know, they're not so sure, and so they're just hanging on to what they've got so far. They're just hanging on to their positions so far, and this is what's making this transition, this moving on, slow and you know, almost painfully slow. You've got Pentacles here and Pentacles here, and we have the Devil, which is coming at the top of the read, and it feels like the Devil sort of, you know, being really naughty and amplifying the effects of the Pentacles, in that he's influencing this person to the point of obsession. I think this is somebody that they are obsessively holding on to this position, because they're determined to be right. But there's a difference between this energy and this energy, because this person is determined to do the right thing. This person is determined to be right about their position. And they are defending what they think is true. This person here has a greater perspective, and they've got a clearer vision of the bigger picture. And so there's a feeling of morality about this card, where there's a feeling of selfishness about this card, which is amplified by the devil. However, you know what? It's not all bad, because by the time we get to the end of the week, and I think, you know, this is the strongest card for me. This, you know, the person who, because the devil can amplify the obsessive nature of you know, hanging on to this position as well. You know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like determination to take the moral high ground. You know, it's being obsessive about that, which is you know, it can be, it's from what I'm seeing here, it's a good thing because it aids this transition. And at the end of this transition, because these cards are like appearing like this in the read, okay, so this is the central card and this is underneath it. So this transition, this is where it's headed. You know, this is where this passage is bringing us to, and this is such a happy card. This is stability, this is you know, commitment, it's partnership, it's harmony, it's a celebration. It's a celebration. So it's all good things. You know, there's success, there's expansion here. You know, these wands have created something really positive. And there's so much, you know, love and respect and compassion between these two, that this is where this journey is ending up, you know, and it's ending up there with the determination of the Knight of Swords, you know. So there we go, Capricorn. Those are your messages for this week. I hope that resonated. I hope you found it useful. I'll be back again next time with another weekly read. I'm also doing the monthly reads, and hopefully they'll be up by before next weekend. So we have the monthlies for August, and then the next weekly read. So thanks very much for tuning in. I really appreciate you watching, and until next time, take care.